Bravo Plus Pop, leveling 16,000. 337 for Bravo Plus Pop.
Okay, 3,000, let's have 110 direct island. Left 070, our candidate to 04. Vancouver 1337, your candidate to 04. 070, Canadian 986. Do you want to do a direct island now? Just on that heading. Okay. 3370, yep. That's Charlie Sierra Regional, Bridge Nelson. 070.
Alright, so today we'll be talking about a cost-efficient way of protecting your house without having to pay a monthly subscription, whatever. So this right here is the Eufy security system. So you have multiple types. You have this bad boy, which is the one that we'll be installing today. So this one is great for outdoors. I'm installing it in the backyard. It's gonna be right here in this area. So a couple things you need before you get started. Before I get into that, let's talk about what you need in order to make this happen. In order to get this little guy up on the wall. So you're gonna need a drill, of course. You're gonna need one of these bad boys should be able to do the trick, as you're gonna see in the video. You're gonna need a 15 36 drill bit, which is in here. I'll pull it out in a second. And then you could use the drill bit, the screwdriver head, to get it all screwed in. But to get a tighter grip, I would recommend a screwdriver like this one, right? A Phillips screwdriver. There it is. Get it focused. Bam. So this is what I will use to get it all nice and tight in place. But most importantly, you're gonna need a tape measure. And the reason why you need a tape measure is it's recommended to have your camera mounted anywhere from 7 to 10 feet from the ground. So you get it all, measure it up, and then once you find a spot that you want to put it in, the next step will be so this is the mount for the camera itself. So what you want to do is unscrew it to separate the top portion from the bottom piece. It's going to look like this. So this is the piece that fits directly into the back of the camera. So what you do is you'll pop out this piece, and you see those two holes. It pretty much goes up against the wall, and it also comes with a guide as well, a whole guide that kind of you just put in place to specify where you want your holes to be drilled at. So it's this bad boy right here. See, just like it has the same kind of shapes and everything for the holes that's on here. So you put it in place, get it all nice and tight, and once you're done, then you'll mount the camera. So the good thing about this camera is it comes fully charged, so you don't need to do much as far as getting charged. It already comes that way. So yeah, we're gonna get set up and get started. So stay tuned. I don't have a camera mount or anything, so I'm gonna just get it up there and well, get this in place, and then once that's done, get it mounted, and then we'll take a look at what it looks like when it's all done. Cool. So after 10 hours later, I finally got it mounted. So originally it was supposed to be here, but I had to move it up further a little bit because these screws that came with the security camera itself weren't strong enough to hold right here. So I moved it up here, as you can see. Well, those are completely different screws from what came with the camera itself. This is what came with the camera, and these are no good for outdoor. These are great for indoor, but this is the type of screw that I would recommend if you're mounting this bad boy on the outside of your house. So, because I had a screw that pretty much cracked at the end, so I had to remove it from the wall itself to be able to get the bracket all mounted. So, next step is to get this bad boy in place. How do you do that? So this is the top piece. There's no right or wrong way of doing this, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screw.
It sound right, boy.
I'm gonna screw this piece into here. And then mount it that way. So it's as simple as actually change of plans. Let's get this whole piece onto the wall itself, and then I'll add the camera last. So let's take a few steps up this ladder. All right, and then bam. Stays right there like that, and then you just cover it all up with this bad boy. Fingers crossed, no issues. Oh man, it's already falling apart. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, so after a few tussles, finally got it going. Alright, it's up though. So there's one less thing to worry about, not to remove all this awesome plastic covering. Get this bad boy mounted. So it's as simple as this. Bam. And then there's another portion that covers the body. Gotta hit this button to get it going. But just so you know, this only lasts for 120 days is what they say. Maybe do another video in the future to let you guys know if it actually lasted 120 days as explained, but this is where you will plug it in to get it charged up. But yeah, let's go ahead and get it mounted. So I'm gonna get it mounted real quick, and then I'm gonna get it all synced up, and then I'll come back and show you guys the what it looks like on the phone in a second. All right. All right, so this is the end result. This is what it looks like in the very end. Just keep in mind that so I had to take it back down to connect it to the Wi-Fi and all that, but Once it gets connected, it takes about 20 minutes to do a framework update, and once that's done, screw it back on and get it going. So I'm gonna switch to my settings just to show, just to give a little bit of insight on what I have as far as settings. But yep, if you enjoyed this video, just give it a like, comment, and share it. So after the settings portion, that will pretty much close out the entire video. Thank you. Cool. So as you can see, I have both my cameras all set up. Let's move to the backyard view. This is what it looks like right now. It shows the date, time, and everything. So this is the entire backyard itself. As you know, you can it has two-way communication where you can say something and it comes out from the camera itself. The microphone is right beneath the camera. You can do little snippets as far as videos. It has an alarm. The alarm sounds like this, and it stops by itself after 30 seconds. And that's pretty much it. Let's go to my settings, what I have for a setup. Night vision, the logo, you don't really need it. It's personal preference. Motion detection, you can set it to humans only or all type of motions. I want to see everything that goes on in the back, so set it to all. Notification, it can send you a text or put a thumbnail as to what's going on in the back. Audio, you can turn the speaker all the way up, which I prefer to keep it at medium. May change later on, but make sure your time and dates all correct. Storage, there's for me, my storage says local, but it's like a chime thing that's on the inside of the house. Video quality, just keep it at auto. Yeah, there's no need to mess with that. Power management, I keep it optimized for surveillance because I prefer longer time lapse of video instead of the 20-second video. And that's pretty much it. Cool. And this is how you remove it if you want to sell it or get rid of it. If you're having any issues, you can restart using the restart button, as you see right here.